This video is proudly sponsored by Rosetta Stone, but more on that and details of a special offer later on.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Hope you are well. Now, recently I created a video where I installed a USB socket in the back of the cupboard. A very useful USB. In fact, as it turned out when we went on holiday a few weeks ago to Burford, possibly the most useful USB socket, because as I said in that video, I installed it and we were able to charge things up out the way and it was fine. The purpose of that USB socket though was to keep the Mifi charged up. That was its primary role. And the USB installation's been fine, it's been perfect, it's worked absolutely brilliantly. The placement of that Mifi device though, not so great. It interferes wonderfully with the TV antenna. Now of course, I should have known better really, certainly coming from a history of being a radio ham, I should have known that that would interfere grossly with the TV antenna. But of course, me being stupid and not very intelligent, I put it there anyway. So it made me think, maybe I've introduced a problem here that I can solve, but also give you some steps if you are suffering from bad TV reception in your caravan. TV reception these days in the UK is all digital, so it either works or it doesn't, and you're going to get terrible blocking. Gone are the days where you get fuzzy reception. And also we're putting through Freeview HD channels as well, and they require more bandwidth and they require a very clean signal. So, is there a couple of things that we can do to mitigate any interference? I've bought a couple of things on eBay. So we've got these things here. These are RF chokes. They clip onto any coax or any cable. Now I've also bought this. This is a notch filter. It notches out a set of frequencies. I'll explain more how this works in a minute. But we're going to put this in line as well in a minute, just to see if this improves situations. So we're going to try a couple of things out today. I've set up the TV in the caravan here, I've tuned it in, and I've gone to a HD channel. In fact, it's Quest HD channel because I want to maximise the amount of interference I've got. I've turned the amp down so it's just hovering about a good-ish signal. It's not brilliant, it's good-ish. I've put my Mifi in place, I haven't switched it on just yet, and I've taken some footage this morning of the TV with nothing else fired up and nothing else working, and the TV is running absolutely fine. So let's just remind you what we've actually got here. I've got my Mifi in the back there, TV antenna up here, this USB cable here charges into the USB socket which we installed, and I've got the TV amp up here. This white cable here is the TV antenna in. It literally goes up here, along the top of the cupboard, down this side, around there, and into the amplifier. Okay, so we've got a green light on there, the Mifi is on, and if we look at the TV here, we can see it's not great. Let me show you what happens when I switch the Mifi off. I've just got to press and hold this, I hope you can see there. Press and hold it and it'll be shutting down. Okay, so it's shutting down now. The signal's gone off on the TV, but if we just wait a couple of minutes, you'll notice that it will start to come back to normal. Okay, good. That's absolutely fine. The Mifi is charging now, so if I pull that out completely, it will make no difference to the signal, like so. Right, let's add the first filter. Now you may not believe this, but away from the caravan, we were supposed to have visited Japan last year, but as I'm sure you're aware, 2020 wasn't a great year. And it's a trip that we've been really saving for and looking forward to for quite some time. But the rescheduling has given us more time to save more cash, but also learn a bit of Japanese to make our holiday experience just a little bit better. Now, of course, you may not want to learn Japanese, you may not want to visit Japan, but there may be countries that you want to visit a little bit closer to home. And as restrictions are lifted, holidays abroad are going to become more and more common. You may just want to be able to read a sign, order some food, ask for directions, or book a ticket on a bullet train.
And that's where this video sponsor may be of use. Rosetta Stone has been the leading language learning company for over 25 years, and their software is available on the desktop or as a mobile app to take wherever you go. I tend to use both, either the desktop when I'm at home or the mobile phone app when I'm out and about. The experience is the same. It's a fully immersive course that prepares you for real-world interactions. Lessons are short, which means I can practice my vocabulary whilst waiting in the car for Angela. Or I can build up my speech skills at home upstairs whilst Coronation Street is on. In total, I spend about 30 minutes each day, and I'm finding the learning experience really quite enjoyable. The Japanese course that I'm currently taking has 12 sections broken down into 12 usable units. Each unit has a core lesson, pronunciations, some vocabulary, grammar, and writing. I'll be honest, the writing section is quite difficult. I'm finding it personally quite hard, but I'm enjoying the challenge and I'm slowly getting there. Nowhere near as good as speaking or listening, but I am getting there. So to the sales pitch. Well, in the description below, I've put a link to Rosetta Stone's latest offer. You can grab all of their languages for life for just one payment of £179. There's no subscriptions, there's no hidden charges, and there's no reoccurring bills. Just one payment to give unlimited access to all of their languages for the rest of your life. Now, I've been on the system and I've had a good poke about, and I've counted 24 separate languages. That's really handy. If we ever decide to go for a European tour, there's some languages in there which will be really useful for us to learn when we're traveling around in Europe. But if you're unsure if this is for you, don't worry, there is a link to a 3-day free trial down below. Have a go, see if the software works for you, see if you can get any benefit out of learning another language. For me, it's been really useful. It's been daunting, but I'm starting to get there, and I've already started to notice some differences as well. Let's head back to me in the caravan where I've switched the Mifi back on and I'm about to add the first ferrite choke. Like I said, we're going to add some clip-on filters to see if this makes any difference at all. So they literally clip on, you put them on the coax like so and squeeze them and it grips onto the cable. So that's the first one. See if that's made any difference. Well, initially I would say no, because it's still bricking up occasionally. Right, okay, so let's add another one of these things here. Let's add this one closer to the antenna up here. I'm trying to film this in one go so that you can see the immediate effects. Let's see if that's made any difference now. Well, I think that's made a massive difference. So that's stopped all the bricking completely. Oh no, not quite. No, it's just had a little bit of a funny turn there. No, and the signal's gone off. Okay. Right, well, the final thing then that we can do is we can add this, which is the notch filter. Now, what I've done to make this work is I've just taken a short piece of coax cable, which I actually cut off of a longer piece of coax when we plug into a post at a site. And I've just put 2 F plugs on the end, like so, dead easy to make up. And we're just going to feed that with our notch filter. The notch filters, by the way, let me show you this. The notch filters have an out and an in. So our signal coming in from the antenna goes in here, and this goes out to our amplifier. As you can see there, the stop band is 822 to 862 megahertz, and it nulls it down to minus 35 dB, which is basically nothing. But it allows everything from 5 to 790 megahertz through. So that's radio, that's TV, that's absolutely fine. And then anything above 862 megahertz, it will allow it to pass as well. So I just need to add this coax patch cable here onto the output, and then we'll screw it on. I'm going to need to use both hands for that. Right, I hope you can see that. So we've got the TV signal up there, which is still green. We've got our notch filter there. We've got a choke there, and we've got a choke there. And Mifi is still going, like so. Let's have a look at our TV signal.
Right, and there we go. I have still got the TV on in the background, just watching it still, watching a bit of Wheeler Dealers now, so I better hurry up. I'm really happy with how this went. I'll be absolutely honest with you, it was a voyage of unknown with this one. I didn't know which system would work. In the end, let's do everything anyway because, well, we have it, right? So if you struggle with TV reception, in some places, let's say you've got a weak signal, maybe you've got devices in your caravan like we do, like you've got a Mifi, you've got some phones, maybe you've got an iNet as well, everything that produces some sort of interference, maybe just adding a couple of filters in line to your TV antenna, maybe that will help cure bad signal quality. Now, I bought all of these from eBay. I've put links to all of those down below. There is loads to choose from. They're not much money. I can't remember how much I paid. I'll put that in on screen now, how much I paid. I know it wasn't much. I tend to think it was about £12. I bought the F-plugs, I bought the filter, and I bought the chokes all together. They arrived from different people, but I bought all of those together in one go. And I just, yeah, I made up that small cable. And there we go, literally 2 minutes worth of work there to do. So I'm really happy with how that has gone. Of course, if you have similar problems, I'd love to hear any feedback from you. I'd love to hear if you've done the similar sort of thing than I've done. And if you haven't, maybe this will give you a bit of inspiration to go and give it a go. It does mean then that with the Mifi now working up there, the TV antenna set up correctly, we're absolutely sorted. And I can now go and boast to the family that that USB wasn't a pointless project after all. So there we go. I hope that's been useful for you. I hope you have found this inspirational, or maybe just a bit of an eye-opener as to how to cure some problems. Many thanks for watching. Please do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon as well to be kept up to date when we upload a video. And don't forget to take advantage of the fantastic offer from Rosetta Stone by clicking the link in the description below. But that's it from us this week. Many thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Take care now, guys. Bye-bye.